Hey ladies, I am coming to you real quick to make you a quick video about how to do your own pantry raid slash fridge clean out to help make the rest of this month be super easy as far as the clean eating goes and not being tempted by, bad snacks, bad treats, and all the bad stuff that we probably all have in our pantries right now. So, I originally had this super awesome video that I wanted to share with you guys where Autumn Calabrese, she is the creator of 21 Day Fix. She does all the portion fix systems. She has her own show called Fixate, which is a cooking show. But on Fixate, she has an episode that's just about a pantry raid. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Let me just share that with the group. But then I realized that it's on Beachbody On Demand. So if you have it, go on there and watch it. It's awesome. And she probably does a better idea or a better job of doing this than I will. So I'm going to do my best. I took some notes, and let's see how professional I can sound. So basically what she talks about in this is going through your pantry and cleaning out all of the bad food, all of the processed bleached food, sugar, flour, that doesn't really give you any nutrient values anymore and is basically just crap for your system. She first talked about getting rid of just your plain white bleached flour, and there's a couple different alternatives that you can use that are a lot better for you because they still have some nutrients in them, so you're not just, if you want to do a fried chicken, you can do it with a coconut flour or a flaxseed flour or even almond flour. And those are great alternatives because they're actually giving you nutrients. It's not just another carb that you're adding to your body, and it's stuff that'll actually fuel your body to help burn off the calories that you're eating. But there's nothing good in bleached flour, so it's basically just one of those things like why would you eat iceberg lettuce when you can have romaine lettuce? It's an empty calorie, and that's not what we need. We want calories that are actually going to fuel our body and give us something to burn off, something to fuel our body. Something you guys see where I'm going. The next thing she talked about was the different grains. So as far like pastas, rice, all that kind of stuff. There's a couple different ones that are good staples to keep in your pantry. And she talked about quinoa, steel-cut oats, non-GMO organic popcorn, and quinoa pasta. I personally haven't tried the pasta yet, but I actually just got a veggetti. So I'm making vegetable pasta instead of using the white or wheat pasta. She said it does have a little bit of a different taste to it, but it's something that's super easy to get used to, and it's really worth it in the long run as far as your health goes. But steel-cut oats are great for breakfast. They're great for making cookies. So yes, you can have treats. The non-GMO popcorn is super awesome because you do need to make sure that's non-GMO, and if you can, like organic's better. But if you get that, it's a lot better for you, and you just air pop it. Add a little bit of seasoning, not too much salt, because you don't want to load up on sodium. But that's something that if you keep it in your pantry, it'll be easier for you to reach for that instead of like, oh, candy, or oh, let's get dessert for the movie. No, let's just make some popcorn. That's classic, everybody loves it, and it's easy and great to just munch on as a snack as well. And then she goes over to the different like healthy fats that you can have in your pantry. And I actually just started using coconut oil this morning, in fact. It does give you a little bit of a sweeter taste almost, but it's nothing overpowering, and the fact that it's a lot better for you makes it really easy to give up vegetable oil. But she talked about coconut oil. They actually have a coconut spray that I actually want to find and use because the coconut oil itself is a solid like waxy like almost at room temperature, so you have to heat it up for it to become liquefied. Then she talks about ghee, G-H-E-E, which is a clarified butter, which means that there's no lactose in it. So if you are lactose intolerant, which I'm not like full-blown, but it's never really been super sitting well with my system. So that's a great alternative, and without the lactose, it means it's better for you. And that's something that you can keep on hand. Next, she goes to just keeping some vinegars in stocks, like an apple cider vinegar or a balsamic vinegar. I think she talks about a rice vinegar as well. But those are just great to throw into different recipes. I know I use balsamic for everything. I just love the flavor. I love making it into a dressing. I love tossing my chicken and veggies in it. And ciders just really help clean out and boost your system. And then she talked about having like a good hot sauce on hand. And you want to make sure that the hot sauce that you get isn't filled with a bunch of sugars and a bunch of butters. Like Tabasco is a really good one because it's just the peppers and the water that makes the sauce. That's all it is. But those are nice to have so you can, spice up your entrees and, make it interesting. It doesn't have to be boring just because it's healthy. And then she talks about just keeping some nuts on store, like some almonds, some walnuts. I do sunflower seeds as well. You want to make sure you can get them roasted. Just make sure they're not salted. And those are great, easy to grab for snacks. I toss them in salads sometimes. I'm sure you can find a bajillion recipes that call for almonds and walnuts and sunflower seeds and all that. But they're good to have on hand as far as something healthy for you to grab out of the pantry. And then she also talks about different sweeteners. She talks about using organic maple syrup, doing raw honey, and coconut sugar instead of just your white refined sugar or any of the sweeteners. And I am very excited. I'm gonna find some coconut sugar and try it out because I love the coconut milk. I really like the coconut oil. So these sweeteners are basically, they're easier for your body to break down. So, and I know she said coconut sugar actually doesn't mess with blood sugar levels as much as most sweeteners do. So if you're diabetic or if you know anybody that is, that would be something that would be kind of important to try out. But that's all she talks about in that video. And another thing I wanted to mention to you guys was talking about foods that aren't as good for you, that are kind of what I call triggers. It doesn't necessarily just have to be food. This can be, like, for me, for a while, I don't know why, but pizza was a trigger food. If we got pizza, I wanted it to be like us eating out and getting pizza because I didn't want to be at home with a whole piece of pizza or a whole pie of pizza because I would go, oh, I'll just have one piece, or oh, I'll just have two pieces. And then I would have like 4 pieces and I would feel like crap. And that completely throws your body out of whack when you're going from eating really, really good to just digging in and like binging out on pizzas. But triggers can also be different people who like kind of make you want to just like abandon ship when it comes to like eating clean. It can be certain places that you go where you're used to overindulging and eating bad foods and all that. So basically what I want you guys to do is this weekend when you have some more time, just go through your fridge, go through your pantry. If there's something that you're the only one who eats it and you know it's not good for you, get rid of it. If it's something that your whole household eats and they're not willing to give it up to help you out, move everything that isn't good to one certain spot. And that's going to be the spot that you just don't go because you don't need to go in there because none of the food's good for you there. And that's a way to help decrease these triggers and decrease the binge eating and overindulging and eating all the crap. But do that and use those tips from the pantry raid and try to swap out what you can. I'm not saying like if you just went to the grocery store and had to buy flour and sugar, like don't just toss that all out, but keep it in mind that hey, those are healthier alternatives. If I go ahead and stock up on it now, when I run out of what I have, I already have it, I won't have to think about it, and it's an easier, healthier alternative for me. So those are my tips. About pantry raid, fridge clean out, eating better, and not giving into triggers. If you guys have any more tips, please comment below with them. I love learning, and I know I don't know everything yet. So take your time this weekend to do that, and let's do this. Let's get ready for Monday. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Bye.